Welcome back to More Sip the Tally. I'm your host, Coach Evans, and today we're going to take a look at the best bundle in the league, Mahomes and MaAuto. Now we're going to focus on MaAuto, who is AKA Travis Kelce. Now we're not going to talk about his significant other here because we don't do that. We focus on the football, so we're going to keep it to the football. Now, in most cases, you say, well, hey, he runs a great 9 route, or he runs a great, bang 8, or a good corner route. But that's not what Travis Kelce does. A lot of what you're going to see today, there's one or two routes you can identify and say it's a deep over or it's a corner route. But what he really does is he just goes and gets open. He does a lot of what we did as kids. Hey, you run to that Buick, turn around, and I'm going to throw you the ball. Or you run past that light pole and I'm going to throw you the ball. That's what he does. And it's working for them. Pat knows it. Pat buys enough time when the protection is not good. And Travis Kelce knows how to work windows. You play the Chiefs in zone and you don't get the Pat Mahomes, he's going to find Travis Kelce. And let's take a look at how that works. And when you play man on him, there's a play in here when they Broncos say, hey, forget this zone stuff. We're going to put our best corner guy on him, which is Pat Surtain. He beat him too. Let's dive into the film. Welcome back to More Sip the Tally. All right, let's start here. But before we get started, like the video. And if you really like what you see throughout this film, and at any point, hit that subscribe button. And once you do, hit the bell so you can be notified when the rest of this content drops. We're in week 6 so far. You don't want to miss any content throughout the rest of the year. So that bell will be your key to know when we drop film on More Sip the Tally. But let's get into it without any further ado. All right, Travis Kelce. A lot of what he does is backyard football that we learned, way back when we were playing, however many years ago that you started or played or whatever. But on this play right here, he just goes to the middle of the field and just, really just sits there. There's nothing spectacular like, when I was doing what we were doing, we would have a route where we just call it over the middle of the ball. Just sit over the middle of the ball. And a lot of what he does is that he gets to the middle of the field and he plays off of whoever the middle of the field defenders are. And in this case, it's this guy and it's this guy. And wherever they go, he goes away from them. He's opposite of them. And he just gets open. He goes to the middle of the field and gets open versus zone. A lot of that. That's a lot of what you see. The plays that you see on this film, that's a lot of what you see. He'll get to the middle of the field, turn around, and then he'll find the middle of the field defenders and work away from them. And if you don't get pressure on Pat will find him. Pat will find him. His skill set and their chemistry is so crazy. The Mahomes and the MaAuto chemistry is nuts. And if you don't know where that reference comes from, it's a commercial where they're in a State Farm commercial, which is one of my favorite commercials at the time. And every time I see it, I'm dying laughing. You may not think it's funny. Call me corny, which I'm cool with it. I love it right now. Especially when Pat runs off. Andy Reid say, Mahomes, MaAuto, get over here. And Pat runs off and is like, come on, MaAuto, put your jersey on. That crap is funny to me. I know I'm corny, but it is what it is. The second play. There's a deep over route. Like I said, this is one of the few plays where you can just put like a route on it. But watch him go under one linebacker and over the other. And again, everybody and their mama knows Travis is getting the ball 8 out of 10 plays or 7 out of 10 plays. But with this concept, he's going to be wide open. He's going to go under one. He's under that one. Now he's going to go over the Mike linebacker. And we use this concept on my level when we run wide cross. And this is a version of it. We run wide cross. And look at that. He was wide open. He's wide open. The deep safety has to respect this. He has to respect that. The underneath guy has to respect that, even though he's looking right at Kelce. He's looking right at Kelce, but he has to respect that flat route. Me personally, I'd take Kelce, let him throw this flat route, and then just come up and try to make the tackle. But he's conflicted. And that's the purpose of this. It's a conflicted. They conflicted, and it's going to come out, and Kelce's going to be wide open. It's going to be wide open. He got it. Now, Another thing about Kelce is his yards after the catch. If you don't tackle him as soon as he get it, he can do this to you. And Simmons is a good football player. A good football player. Is Kelce, and one thing that's underestimated about Kelce is his football IQ. His football acumen is so high that it's right up there with Pat Mahomes. Right up there. So look how he slow plays this. He doesn't rush off the ball. He lets it develop. He lets that first guy go and do what he's gonna do. So he goes under that guy, make sure he does it. Goes underneath that one, and by the time he goes over top the Mike linebacker, this guy's clearing that out. The DB's in chase mode. Now he knows he has all this grass to work with. He don't have to rush that. Because if he rushes it, they see it, they can collapse on it. He just takes his time. He plays with pace, which is a great thing. Plays with pace. We have him here. Again, just goes to the middle of the field. Goes to the middle of the field and sits there. Now, what's going to happen is these two guys right here, they're running some version of mesh. Mesh. Now, these cats are working off of that. And all Travis Kelce's going to do is work off of them. When they chase or whatever they're going to do, he's going to find an open spot and sit in it and make his target area available for Pat Mahomes. And if you don't get pressure on Mahomes, he's going to find Travis at some point. And even if you get pressure on him, he's going to find it. Because they pressure him a little bit. But look, you see how Travis just moved right there? That's slight, subtle movement away from those guys. Look at Pat finding. And look how open he is. That subtle movement from here to being between three guys, from here to being uncovered in a matter of 1 second. Now you got a first down. What real route did he run other than run to the middle of the field? And you know, when you run mesh, you traditionally have, when you run some version of mesh, you traditionally have a shallow, another shallow, you have somebody that goes and sits over the ball, then you have like some kind of corner or a post, or you kind of tag a third route. So you're going to have a middle of the field player in this. But normally a lot of times Andy has something where Travis Kelce is going to sit over the middle of the field. So I'm not just saying that Travis Kelce's not running routes. I'm just saying he's the middle of the field guy and he knows how to work off of it. So that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying that Travis out there just freelancing all the time. So don't put those words in my mouth. On this one. Now I think he definitely freelances on this one. Just find the open spot. Because look at this. I'm be willing to bet Travis don't supposed to be right here. Because you see I think this is Noah Gray right there. And you got Travis right here. You shouldn't have two guys in this same spot. But if I'm Pat Mahomes, or if I'm Daniel Jones, or if I'm Lamar Jackson, or if I'm Kyler Murray, and I got a choice between throwing it to 83 and 87, I'm throwing it to 87 15 out of 10 times. And I know that math ain't right. But I'm throwing it to 87 15 out of 10 times every time. And I know they in the same spot, shouldn't be. But Travis Kelce saw this open grass. And why would I keep running a route there or there or there when all these people there? I'm going to just stop right here where ain't nobody at. And let Pat, just throw it to me. Then I can maybe get some run out the catch. See? Why would I keep running all them other people? I'm going to throw it right here where ain't nobody at. I'm going to stop right here where ain't nobody at. And get the ball and give me some yards. Makes sense to me. Why I'm going to keep running the route to the people? When I have the capability or my coaches and my quarterback trust me enough to kind of freelance a little bit. All right, let's go to this one. Now, this one's a little different. He's been terrorizing them in zone. Terrorizing. So the Broncos say, okay, let's do something different. We're going to take our best cover guy, but arguably one of the best cover guys in the league, Pat Surtain, and match him up versus Travis Kelce. All right, so they've been playing a zone. And what I like about this is Travis post-snap is trying to figure out if this man is on. So he's running this deep over. He puts this little extra stem up the field to see if this is man or not. This little stem right there That's to check and see if it's man. And when Surtain stays there, he realizes, oh, this is man. Now I got to run away from him. What a throw. Look at this throw by Mahomes. He throws it over the linebacker. Look at the linebacker trying to knock it down. Can't get it. Surtain has great coverage on Kelce. Look at the coverage. Surtain is in great coverage. He puts it over the linebacker, out of the outstretched hand of Surtain, in a great spot where Kelce can get it. I'm telling you, Mahomes and MaAuto are the best duo in the NFL right now, man. I know Tyreek and Tua are close, but I'm finna show you something here in this next play that Tyreek and Tua ain't doing. And Tyreek and Tua got a boatload of numbers, because I know Tua's probably at 1,000 yards, if not over right now. But this next play is about to separate because of chemistry. This next set of plays right here is about to separate because of chemistry. Watch this. Travis Kelce is right there. Right over the ball. You see where he is. Now, the Broncos finally decide to match up in zone versus him. They got the linebacker right on Kelce. Like, there is no place where you can just go and find an open spot and Mahomes can throw you the ball. Kelce realizes that and tells Mahomes, like, look, just with a hand signal pointing, I'm not open. Throw the ball in the flats. They finally covered me. Throw it to Clyde out there in the flats, because if they covering me, they ain't covering him. Look at him pointing. You see the yellow glove? He pointing. Throw it in the flats. They finally got me. Mahomes realizes that also. Drops it off to Clyde. Clyde goes and get the first down. That's great chemistry. Great chemistry. Because we know Kelce's read number one probably on almost every play. Probably on almost every play. Dropped it off, got a first down. Their chemistry together is crazy. But this is the very next play. And remember I just said Kelce's probably read number one on every play? The great job the Broncos did on that last play, they come and have a brain fart this next play. Kelce's at the top of your screen. Look at that space they leave Kelce. Uncovered. Mahomes is ready to give him the ball right now. Look at Mahomes. Mahomes is looking like, turn around, dummy. Turn around right now. Turn around. Travis is still reading the defense, trying to see where they're going. He noticed it a little bit later than Pat, but Pat's ready to fire. Pat's ready to fire right now. And as soon as Travis whips their head around, Pat lets it go. Their chemistry is unmatched. That's why I said they're the best bundle in the NFL right now. Like, and that's me joking, from the commercial. They are by far. And I know, like I said, Tua and Tyreek probably got more numbers, but their chemistry on par. Their football acumen, the way they read defenses and know the ball's supposed to go here, there, and wherever, unmatched. Now, if they can ever get them outside guys on the same page as them, it's going to be trouble for the rest of the NFL. Not just the AFC, for the rest of the NFL. But just 9 targets, 9 catches, 124 yards. And still, to me, the most impressive thing was him pointing, telling Pat to throw to somebody else because they finally covered me. To me, that was the most impressive thing. But I just wanted to give y'all my 2 cents on what I felt about Thursday's game versus the Broncos. Well, Pat Mahomes and Kelce, I want to say MaAuto again, but Mahomes and MaAuto versus the Broncos Thursday night. So I appreciate you guys for coming through. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. Like, comment, subscribe, share. That's the name of the game.